Lisa called and Shane Socrates, two teachers who live in Detroit, collect donations and drop them off. Yeah, we heard about this and we were like, okay, how do we rally the troops? We've been kind of reaching out to our family, friends, people that they know. For residents like Fernandez, the gesture goes a long way. Keeping it for the help. There's so many people who are coming out to help. For a link to the damage claim form, just head to WXYZ.com. In Southwest Detroit, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit. Stay with 7 News Detroit on air and online as the cleanup continues. All right, we're going to turn down to those bone-chilling temperatures, keeping Metro Detroit in a deep freeze. We're ready for a warm-up. Let's get right to 7 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Dave Rexroth. And Dave,
yes, greetings, family, greetings. Your girl in our little dress, in our little mini dress tonight. Your girl in our little mini dress tonight, family. Yes, so your girl in our little mini dress. So the songwriter says, "See me in a me little cute dress." How is everybody tonight? How is everybody? Long day ahead today, but getting there. And see, like when one thing is over, the other is not over. As the songwriter say, it's not over. I can't sing now. No. You say there's no hope in carry on. It's not over, family. It is not over. Greetings. Greetings. My nose is so stuffy. My nose is so stuffy, guys. But tonight, gonna talk. This is a topic that come to my head to talk about tonight, and I asked God before to lead me in the right direction. Fill my mouth with praise, and He sure be doing that. But tonight, I want to say good night. Good night to everybody. Good night. How is everybody? I would, So this is Resilient Queen coming to you live in her little yellow dress. I never used to like weird dress. Anyway, family. So we're gonna talk about today's topic. Today's topic is called buyout or dial out. Sorry. I came up with these things a while back, but today just come back in my head say, you know, to kind of talk about it since we're all in an arena that sometimes we need things and it might not be going the way we want it. So, but we're giving God thanks and praise anyhow. I mean, it's all about giving thanks, it's all about giving praise. And I would like to say a big shout out to all my subscribers, all my well wishers, all my likers, all my commenters, all my sharers, everybody, my private watchers, my public watchers, everybody. Whether you subscribe, unsubscribe, or you're still watching your girl, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know what I mean? Because it's only one resilient queen, which is me. I know what I mean, resilient queen. Only one me. I'm a twin, but it's only one me by the end of the day. You know what I mean? When I'm gone, there is no more resilient queen. We have plenty more resilient people. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So we're giving God thanks and praise and thanks to every single person all this time. So let's get into it. As the topic suggests, buy out or dial out. Sometimes we wonder, what does these things mean? We're wondering. But when your thoughts come to you sometimes, it don't come with no description. It don't come with no manual. It don't come with nothing. It just come with a topic, and it's up to you to go research. You know, and sometimes you don't really have to do research because sometimes you can just talk with just opinions of something. You know what I mean? But we can dive into some little research. What do you think, people? What do you guys think? You know what I mean? My flowers are died, so I had to water it today. But to everyone who is supporting, big shout out to you guys. So. I'm getting over the flu, but I felt another pain coming. I'm like, God. But anyway, we ain't gonna make nothing dial us out. We gotta fight. So let's get into it. And we cooked today. We cooked a beautiful dinner. We enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it more than the kids. You know, when you come on to vegetable, how kids are, come on, why is my internet acting up? I need you. So why are you acting up? Hold on, the family. My internet is literally running wild. All right, I turned my data on because I don't know what's going on with this internet. Lord, this songwriter say, have mercy on me, Lord. As I down on my knee, as I pray, Lord. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Keep me safe. Let me try this one, guys. It's good to have backup. I don't know, but let me try. I don't know why the internet over there flaring up, but the blood of Jesus. The internet wanna dial out. Internet say, no, you too hot for me. It's going to say, you're too sweet for me. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I hope each and every one of you are being safe, being blessed, being grateful for life, every single thing that make up the universe that you all need. Everybody needs are different, but I hope whatever it is, it will come to. So let's see if this phone will give me what I want. What I want. Let me see. Give me the wrong thing. Alright. So alright. This thing is funny. Look, I'm trying to find something that is more suitable, family. So you just give me a few minutes here, family. Ponder on the topic. I want to make sure I try to tie it in. It's going to always relate to something else, but I'm going to try to tie it in with opinions. You know what I mean? This personal opinion. Because that's what came to the mind, and I was thinking about it all day. But here they're saying, when we say what is buyout, and they're saying buyout is the acquisition of a controlling interest in a company. But you know, we're not going to talk about no company, but I'm just reading this so you kind of get an understanding. Yeah, and is used cinemas. Whoa! Hey! Here come tongue twister. Hey! Let's bypass that. Let's buy that out synonymously with the term acquisition. If the stake is brought by the firm's management, it is known as a management buyout. And if higher levels of debt are used to fund the buyout, it is called a leverage buyout. But that's not what we want, people. But I'm just reading that as something to ponder on. I'm trying to see if I can find the common ground. You know, when you research something and you don't want like jot it down or so, then you lose it and then you have to go back again. I think we need to find one up here. So in this case, they're talking about a buyout refers to an investment transaction where one party acquires control of a company, either through an outright purchase or by obtaining a controlling equity interest at least 50% of the company's voting. That's what they're talking about right here, but that's not what we're talking about. So I guess we're gonna have to just go surface level with this one. Ooh, I can't even click on it. Ooh, the blood of Jesus. Ooh, Lord, hallelujah. What is going on up in Jordan, up in the sick home? And this one still say rotating. You can't even click on it. You can't even click on it. What is happening? The songwriter said, plead the blood of Jesus, Jesus who walked. I guess it's not going to give it to me, guys. It's not going to give it to me. But you just have the purchase of a controlling share in a company. The company is facing a lawsuit on cause for a government buyout of it. That's not what I want to talk about, family. But I just give you that as a little thing so you know what the word buyout mean. Well, in my little common sense and my opinions, when we talk about buyout or dial out, you know how sometimes we be talking and you have people as content creators, we have people come on your channel from different walks of life, and they might not like what you're doing, but their comment is so negative, their thoughts are so rude, and they're not just thinking it, but they're dropping it. So I came up with the word buyout or dial out, but it's not similar to when you buy out something in a business. This is just like saying, in other words, that if you don't like something, all you have to do is just buy out, dial out. You know what I mean? When something is not resonating, because I've seen a lot of people get so rude and disrespectful, and they don't understand the nature that people have to be going through things. We all go through things, even the same people who are going through stuff are being rude, are being dial need to be dial out sometimes. When I mean dial out, thinking, hi, how are you, sweetie? How are you? Good afternoon, good night, good night. Even with us, we are all going through something. So it's not fair for someone to be so rude to just come on anybody platform and all they do, they dial in. But when they dial in, their comments left you more distasteful, disheartening than before. Because mind you, they might not know who, at first you don't know who they are until they start comment. You know, they could be just sitting there, relaxing, listening, observing, analyzing, assessing. You know what I mean? But then when they send a comment, sweetie said, tired as it is 4:16 a.m. All right, sweetie, go get you some rest. Rest is important. Get you some rest. So I'm saying that we need to be a little bit more compassionate when we on people's platform, because we all go through stuff, even the people who are sending these things. And I see some rude comment, and when I mean rude comment, they might not be on my platform, but I've been on people platform where the comments are just hilarious. And I'm saying, if something is not sitting well with you, or you think that's not your keklo fish, or the platform is not what you like, just dialogue for the day. It's like you go to work and there is nothing going on at work, and the boss said I have too many people on the payroll. So today, you know what? I'm gonna send home some of you guys. So just go punch out. So when you see something not resonating what you're looking for, I would encourage everybody, buy yourself out. You know, when I mean buy yourself out, so that way you won't have to be blocked. That way you won't have to can't go back on that platform, and that way you won't have to get a written note from written up by YouTube because they gonna report you or anything. You know what I mean? We out here as content creators, and a lot of people are trying to say positiveness, but some of these things we have to speak on these things. Melatonin gone of it stopped working as it is morning. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't take that for sleep, I just sleep, but whosoever take it, I understand. But I'm saying, instead of we being so rude, buy out ourselves. And when I mean buy out, as I mentioned, you don't want to get blocked from someone channel. You don't want to put in timeout. You don't want to put it. It's like hibernate until the winter is over. Until winter. You know what I mean? You don't want to go into none of those kind of situation. So I will encourage you. I know it's not easy sometimes, but when something is you come on someone channel and you're hoping to get something that you're looking for, then God, that's why they have a comment section. and comment. You want to ask a question, you comment, peacefully, respectfully, and everything. But when we have to be so rude, you know, it's not a nice feeling, family. It's not. And I know we all go through something, but that don't give us the right. Even though I've seen somebody literally time me out for saying they were saying something, and they were saying something about pain and hurt or whatever. And I was saying, I hope everything is well or whatever. And that person timed me up for that. But that day I looked at myself and said, you know what? That's not me. That's that person. Because what I said was nothing wrong. It's like you say amen to something and somebody literally time you out for amen. And we have to learn to understand that even though somebody is saying these things, but when they see it in their comments, sometimes they feel offended. So I'm wondering, are they remembering what they're saying, or they just feel offended because you shouldn't speak? And to be honest, if we're going through something, we all are going through something. There's no one size that will ever fit all. No matter how much we're trying to box this in, cave this in, there will be no one size. But instead of us leaving rude comment on people's channel, instead of us being so disrespectful to others, how about be a little bit more compassionate? You know, go out. You don't like what somebody's saying, just say, all right, then you know what? It's not for me tonight. I'll see you when something resonate with me. I'll chip in, I'll chip out. I said, but it's not nice to be rude to people. You know, it's like you move somewhere and you go there peacefully. When you're leaving, you want to leave peacefully as much as you can. Some situation is not going to allow you to leave peacefully, depending on what it is, but no one size fit all again. So we can all box ourselves into that, you know. And then, how do we strengthen something or something when the negativity is boxed to the side, because but you're hurting at the same time? Why hurt when you can address these things? It's better to address the things that are hurting you than to just shove. It's like your garbage. You just shove it to the side because somebody's coming and you don't want them to see your hot mess. And then when they're gone, you still have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I will encourage anybody that have a YouTube channel, and when you see stuff start get out of hand, take a pause and let people know what you're about. You can tell them, yes, I understand what your frustration and everything, but this is a platform that we're trying to uplift each other. This is not the platform for the derogatory things and whose A's is who in whose A's are. Those things are so distasteful. And when you look at people and they got no respect for people. Respect goes a long way. But also as content creators, when you get stuff like that, also you have to announce these things. You have to talk about these things. You're not going to talk about it morning, noon, and night, because they're not lunch, breakfast, and dinner. But you still got to address these things, because when you have your decent people watching you, willing to support you and everything, and they see all these negative things keep coming in and it keep happening over and over, you have to take the time to address these things. You know what I mean? It's just like on the news, when certain things get out of hand, you see people come out publicly apologizing and say we have to apologize to this and we have to apologize to that. We didn't expect it would have gone the way it had gone. You know, we have to. We're not going to do it every day. But when you see something start happening frequently, it's like you have to reshuffle yourself to let people know what are your vision, what are your mission, what are you on. Because as much as the disrespect help grow and support, but you don't want the negativity to support you. You want the positiveness, the positive vibration to keep you going. So the message that you're trying to relate to each other, or to people out there in the diaspora, the wider world, can understand what you're trying to reach them with. So you ask people kindly, be respectful, be nice. If you can't be nice, dial out, buy out. And the buyout mean that so you won't get blocked, you won't get deleted, you won't be able to come back. That's the worst thing can ever happen when you literally have to come to the terms to literally block somebody from your channel because they were being rude. And they're not only being rude once, once you could say, all right, put them in timeout, but they come back the second, the third, the fourth. Now you realize it's a situation at hand that urgent need to be urgently addressed because you have to take a stand when things get out of hand or you see it getting out of hand. They say if we don't nip these things in the bud, that's when they will keep getting out of hand. And the Bible says we cannot serve two masters and mammon. So even though we want the love here, we want the love there, you can't get both love. You can't get this love and that. You have to choose one. You know what I mean? You have to stand your ground. The Bible says where two or more are gathered, God is in the midst. Let him be in the midst. The real OGs will be there. Whether they present in front of you or they private behind you or wherever, they will be there. But we gotta take a stand and address these things because if you're looking to become a brand in life, you don't want certain things just out there. You don't want it out there. And if we're trying to build a community where we want to elevate not just the elderly, but also young people, what message are we going to send them? It is okay to be rude. It is okay to just come in and just blast everything because that's giving me likes and love. No. Then when they realize that's not going to work, what's going to happen? Is the wrong message we're sending. To send the right message in this world, we have to let people know what we're about. What not gonna sit well with you. I mentioned before, um, there was this young man I used to go on 12 o'clock at night. I used to work at this restaurant, and there was this person on my channel, on my live that night, and the person was saying something about something of the S word in the hours of the night. And I said to him kindly, I said, I know it's hours of the night, but this channel have nothing to do with what you're talking about. But I'm gonna ask you, I'm not gonna delete you, I'm not gonna block you. I'm going to ask you nicely to withdraw your comment. You can always comment, but withdraw that comment because that channel is not about what you are saying. And did you know by me saying that, that person went ahead and delete the comment themselves because I asked them nicely and I let them know what the channel is about. I said, this channel is about having discussion, talking about different things, showcase what I'm doing, how I live, how I survive them, basically, my everyday. And I know, and I laugh, and I say, even though it's midnight, this is not for it, baby. But I'm gonna, and I make reference. I said, there is plenty other channels that are out there that will accommodate the kind of lifestyle that you are portraying here. And that person was very nice to delete the comments and then keep commenting afterwards. So sometimes, yes, we don't want to retaliate the way they retaliate to us, the way they be rude to us. But sometimes it left you with no choice. But because we kept shoving these things under the rug, you only can hide somebody for so long and you can only block them for so long. They can make dummy page again and come right back. So some things we have to address these things, especially when you're a professional, you're respectable, you see people are taking a love into your liking to you or something. You want to nip these things quick and fast. You rather have nobody with you than you have a bunch of people and all they're doing is tearing you down. Because a lot of people, after they get off camera, those things start to play in your head. It's not the good things going to be playing in your head whether you like it or not. You think it's a good thing somebody say to you gonna be resonate in your head at that moment when you get off camera? Is how people did you wrong while you were there and they call you out your name and make you look like you were something you were not. You're gonna try to find ways to see how can you reduce this. And one way to reduce some of these things is by addressing it. You have to address it. We are different kind of love, but whatever love you're looking for, if you're looking for positive vibration and energy and everything, we can't get the serve two masters at the same time. So we have to know what kind are we gonna cultivate. You know, what kind of love are we looking for? So ask people nicely. Buy out before we have to block you, before we have to delete you. It's like buy your cell phone. See, even the White House been telling people to buy their cell phone. They give them an offer. And if they don't take it, then when they come back again, then whatever right they get is on them. You know what I mean? Even though that is a little bit different, not a little bit different, far different. Okay, talking about people livelihood there, you know. But here we're looking at your character. And even though we want to love everybody, you can love everybody. You can love from a distance, as this song say, love you from a distance. We can love people from a distance. They don't all have to up in your face constantly, especially when they're being rude. But I want everybody who's elevating themselves to the next level to become content creators to stand up. Because most time, a lot of these things people buckle out later on in life and then it turn into a lawsuit. People start testing you, and you didn't address these things. And the more they test you know what happened later on? Some of these allegations, majority of your fans start to believe. And when your fans start to believe, that's a problem. When everyone start to label you as this and that because you didn't address it, because you shove it underneath the rug, the time when you're ready to address it, it's all over. And then that will put a damp on who you are as an individual, as a person, your mental health, your well-being. And we see a lot of these critics, they're not afraid to come after you. And sometimes they're not the one coming after you. It's people who just have no clue, much less glue. They're glueless, they're clueless. They come after you guys. But I'm saying you don't gotta be rude to these people. Just ask them nicely to buy out or dial out. Dial out mean that you don't like what somebody is saying. You could be in the back burner. You could just relax, chill, maybe put them in the background if you're supporting them and they're not making no sense, but you want to support them anyway. You put them in the background, you go about your daily life, do what you gotta do, go take a shower, go do this, read a book, whatever you gotta do, cook, clean, spend time with your friends, your loved one, if you want to support somebody, but they're not making no sense. But just to dial in, sorry, to dial in and be rude, it's not gonna happen, family. And I can tell you, when I used to be at this job, and a lot of things was going on. And I remember I was calling to this lady. I called out to this lady by phone, and I was telling her, I'm so stressed out because so and so, when I'm on the job, when I was on the job, I'm very professional. So you won't see that part really unless you push me overboard. You won't see how much drain I would be, because when you're in a job, you're trying to maintain that level of professionalism, trying to go about your day and let nothing bother you. But the truth be told, when you come back, when you get away from there, it is literally bothering you. So living in denial ain't gonna help you much. All it's gonna do is help tear you down, and then now you're gonna need to take a buyout, buy yourself out, take a break. Now you're gonna need to dial out because it's too much. Because you know why, you consume so much to the point that it's overflowing. You have no more room for toxicness. Now you start to throw up. You know why? Because you didn't address it at all. But you have to make these things known. Address it. It's like you're coming on and you see all these things happening to you two, three, four times. You have to take a stand. We all want to be on the good side. But what about the things that's going to contribute to you going to the good? Share. You share these things and let people know you all are welcome. But I don't want to give you guys a buyout in blocking you, in deleting you. And I don't want to put you into, I don't want to have you dial out like that. You know what I mean? I want you guys to be here. But respect goes a long way. How would it feel knowing that you guys have a business, the same people who are being rude, and you guys got a business, and you'd want somebody to support you, but yet when you go to support somebody else, you're being rude, you're being inappropriate, your inappropriate behavior speaks more about you than how it would speak volume about your character. It speak a lot negatively about your character as opposed to being a positive person. And yes, you want this and you want that, but the same way we would look at life and say certain things we not go accept. We should not accept rudeness either. We should not accept bad behavior either. For views, no. If you cannot accept, it's like you go and you say, I don't like this person channel, or you say, I don't like her because she boring, or I don't like him because he this and he that. And you don't, or you see somebody doing something, you say, you know what? I don't like what they are doing. So if you don't like any of those things, just think about when somebody being rude and disgusting. Do you like that? If you like it, it's only for views, but is that what the message you're trying to portray over here? If you're trying to say you're being positive, if you're gonna be positive, you can't serve two masters and mama. You can't have both. So you have to make some people buy out themselves peacefully, respectfully. And if people need to take a break, dial out yourself. And even as content creators, sometimes we're tired, sometimes we're overwhelmed, sometimes we're drained, sometimes we're exhausted because you have so many channels to go to. You have so many people that say, oh, this one don't come over here. Why you over here? I remember I've been on somebody's channel. I watch them. They don't even know I watch them. I watch them. Because sometimes you don't get, there's nothing there for you to comment, depending if they turn the comments off or anything. And you might choose a video and you how you gonna know that? And you watch the video, only thing you could do is like the video and go on. And I remember somebody said, oh, I haven't seen you over here for a while. And I'm like, wow, I guess you don't read the comment. Because if you did read your comment, you'd have known I was there. And the comment would tell you how long if I 1 day or 2 day I was there. You'd have seen it. But it just goes to show that it's more quicker for somebody to shout, embarrass you, than it is to acknowledge you respectfully, if that makes sense. However, someone come, they come. If they come months later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and visit you, be appreciative because they didn't have to. But calling out somebody and blasting somebody, you're just like this troll. So we want to be careful. We want to be very careful. And building a brand is not something you want to build it with negativity and positivity. You want to build it, and yes, negativity and positivity needed for electricity. It don't needed for us. What is needed for us is upliftment. We want strength and everything. Even though through negativity you will find your strength, because now you're going to know what work and what don't work. But in order to find out what these things are, you have to address these things and come up with solution to say, all right then, family, I know you guys are trying to support me, but the way you are going about it don't sit well with me. I don't like those kind of behavior. I want to welcome all of you, but I don't like those kind of behavior. And for many people who are around me and I haven't seen them no more, that's fine, because by the end of the day, if they don't like what I'm doing, that means they buy themselves out and they dial out, because they're taking care of their mental health. Whatever they're looking for, I couldn't provide it for them or that service, and they find it somewhere else. That's fine. It's better to them to go find it somewhere else. than to be commenting negativity. You understand? Because it's easier for anybody to comment negative things than to even comment something positive. Because a lot of people, they don't appreciate people for even open their mouth and say, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all. They want more. And sometimes you have to put that fake facade on to say all these things when you're truly down inside of you. Some of them, you're like, what? It's like you literally have to tell people their lies when sometimes it's not even that. Those kind of double life standard, it is real. It's like somebody steals something for you. They come to your house a few months back and they stole something from you, and they don't know that they stole something, and they come and you can't trust them no more. You don't follow them everywhere they go. They like, why you following me? Because I want you to hurry up and dial out. And then when you look at buyout and dial out as well, it's not just to address the rude things, but it's also going to be good for your mental health. Because when you look and you see, if you don't address these negative comments, and I'm saying you don't have to do it every day, because if you get up every day talking about negativity, it ain't gonna happen for it ain't gonna work for you. But you have to address when you see you getting them more. It's like the more stroll you see, the more you gotta say hello to them. Because obviously they ain't gonna stop till you say hello nicely. Then they will come around. Trust me on that. They will come around. Because as I tell you, long before I said, if you think you ain't gonna go through trial and tribulation, think again. You will go through trial and tribulation. We all go through it. One way, shape, form, or the other. We all go through trial and tribulation. Even in your everyday life, you go through it. People test you every day. Your kids test you. You test your own self. There's a lot of things that you're gonna go through. But if did we just sit and let those pass? It's like you go to a job and you just have somebody in there, you're new, and they just constantly be picking on you, picking on you, picking on you, because you're new. They're testing you. And if you don't tell them, listen to me, lady or man or sir or whatever your name, if you don't buy out, I'm gonna dial out. I mean, you're gonna check yourself out because this is not working for me. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I put my clothes on to come and do. For somebody to constantly picking, nitpicking. So the same way you're gonna do here. This, especially if you're trying to elevate yourself to the next level, where you're saying you want this to be a job for you, where you're your own boss, even though it's run by a big organization. But by Mega, hey, positive sister, I totally support you. I want you to know that. I appreciate you, Mega. Blessings, you know. But you still, if you're gonna make your channel be something that is worthwhile, you have to address things. And I will also say, when your character is being questioned, you have to address that as well. You gotta let people know what team you're on. Because if you don't address certain things, they will still come at you. They ain't gonna stop. They will not. So I don't care what is good for you. What is good for the gander that doesn't mean it's good for the geese or whatever they call them. So we have to be mindful. You know what I mean? You just think about the things that you don't tolerate from or you don't watch. So when somebody come with their rudeness, you need to let them know. It's like sometimes you have to take a detour. Because when you address these things, it will help your mental health. It will help increase, it will help decrease the level of stress that you will have on yourself to come on. It will reduce the level of you being afraid and scary because you attract so many trolls because you did not address them. Like I say, you have been humble. I never saw anything about you that wasn't right. If people don't return, it's God protection. Yes, God always protect you. Thank you so much. And God protect each and every one of us. But I'm saying, just look at the things that are going to benefit you when these things are happening. Christopher Flash, greetings. How are you? You know what I mean? You've got your mental health is very important. How many of us get mean comments every day, and sometimes when you really get offline, as some people say they do replay of their comment. Hey everyone, greetings, 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 Christopher Flash said. And you get these negative comments. If you don't address them, make them know what your channel is about. Your channel could be about entertaining. Your channel could be about education. Your channel could be about people and whatever that is, or you're just an all rounder where you share multiple things about your life or so. So whatever your channel is about, let these troll know. I say, look, brother, you don't even know who they are. So you might just say, look, brother, I look, sister. I'm not trying to be rude to you. I welcome you all, but I will not accept the disrespect. So I'm giving you the chance to buy out or dial out. Dial out means you're gonna put them on time. They dial out by themselves. Or you have to put them on timeout. So you're gonna dial them out by putting them on timeout. They come back again, then you're gonna have to buy them out. By blocking them, you have to. Because now it's messing with you. And it not only messing with you, Christopher says, that's why I made a mental health video. Yes, you have to. Because literally that can take a toll on your comment. If you guys ever seen rude comments and it really after you get offline you really think and say, what, how would this person say such a thing? You know, online you gotta be professional. Same thing in our job. It's like you work in a restaurant and you're a cashier and people just come in and be rude like you're not human being, you're a robot, and they just throw darts at you and you must swallow it because it's your little job, and you can talk back because they will talk to the boss and get you fired. So now you're bite out with no pay. Good thing with this platform, we have the upper hand. We can close it down right there and then. We can either address it and everything. We can go in our back room and go cry after we close it down quick and fast. No, if we're gonna be strong and bring mental health awareness out here, we need to. We have the platform. Use it, because sometimes those people are crying out, but they cry out the wrong way. So use your platform to your advantage. You know, you want to welcome people, but your health is important. I was listening to a young lady today, and she said one thing when I was listening to her. She said, you know what? Sometimes, like people would ask her, how does she deal with negative commenters? And she said, sometimes she just don't come online. That's buying out yourself. You know, take a break. You dial out for however long, but you can't run from everything. Because fear is something that will always set you back. Because remember, the higher you go, and it doesn't matter where you're starting from, family. Even if you're starting from ground zero, the higher you go is the more stress. Selena the Celestial, hey, how are you? Greetings all the way out to Australia. Greetings. You know, the higher you go, you're going to have a lot more. But I'm encouraging all content creators. Don't think these things will not affect you later on. It will. Thank you so much, Selena. Appreciate it. Will affect you because sooner or later, and I'm telling you, when you don't address things right away and you just let it slide, as I was saying, I used to work at this job and I called the lady and I said so and so. And I remember I call a friend of mine. He's a Jamaican as well. And I called and he said, you better start address these things because if you don't speak up, they're gonna keep doing it. And let me tell you, so I'm learning also, not just online, but I'm also learning about in person too. Selena said, Chris, how are you? How are you? You know, and they said you, because at first I used to be saying, no, I don't want to do it. No, you know, that's how I was until this thing started to knock me somewhere else and get worked up. Sometimes my kids talk to me, I would be like the barking dog. And it's not the kid. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so drained. I'm so stressed out. I'm so confused because I'm like, why are these people attacking me? What have I done? Sometimes you don't even have to say nothing. And you gotta pay attention. Just like we online. Sometimes you don't even say nothing for the trolls to get at you, but they do get at you. Yes, Selena. Yes. So I'm encouraging everybody to address these things. And I'm telling you, the lady said to me, and the man as well, he said, you better address these things. And at the time I was so quiet, guy. When I tell you so quiet and so professional, because that's how we were raised. To be respectful, professional, and all these things. But guys, I did not address it, and I'm telling you, in the end, they come at me like I don't know what to say. Only person saved me out of what I was going through is my tears and Jesus Christ. I remember I cried. When I tell you, when I will share my story, you guys will be shocked. I cried like a little baby. And from that day on, I tell myself, my mama ain't dead yet. And I'm crying like my mama passed away. That's a sign that something is terrible. Yes, because I didn't want to be so rude and everything. You know what I mean? Because it was my job, and that's what bringing in the little income. And guys, up till this day, that job put a fear in me because of how I was treated. Every time I go somewhere, and it can be a decent job, but every time I go somewhere to go in that same specific arena to apply for stuff, I apply, I'll get through. But that fear just kept coming back, and it's like, I don't know if it's a bad anxiety I got from that. I've never been in a situation like this before, honestly. Never. Yes, the fear is real. So a lot of things, if you're gonna make YouTube be a place for you, a platform for you to grow stronger, sorry, I will encourage everybody to take a stand. Don't wait till it get out of hand, because it will. If you allow something to get out of hand, then we say, oh, cha, he ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, well, cha. Positiveness is gonna come. You don't have to be rude like that. You don't have to throw the same words that they're throwing at you. You have to be the bigger person or the calmer person. But you cannot let it go. You let it go after you address it. And you're not going to address things with the same thing. So sometimes, and then because even though we're talking about buy out or dial out, you going to have to dial out yourself. And you going to have to buy yourself out too, because your mental health is at stake. I've seen a lot of celebrities say they had to close their account because of all the backlash or something was floating around there, and they get a lot of backlash from it. I've seen a lot of celebrity say they just come back online over 2 3 years because of all these things that was so terrible about them. It derailed who they are as a person. They could not function. Have you been online and somebody you're talking about something conscious, something positive, just having a good local conversation with everybody, I mean, like, or everybody communicating in the chat, and you know somebody just throwing something, and mind you, the next thought that you had that was going to be going for towards your people, now shift to that just come at you, that dart that just come at you, yet Selena, and that will make you even be confused in your thought process, because now the negative, you know what's so funny too, we see the negative comments so fast. It's unbelievable. As soon as somebody says something negative, I promise you, you're going to see quicker than how you would see the positive. Selena said, resilient, you are feeling better today. Yes, yes, I'm feeling a little bit more better. I hope you're resting. Yes, yes, Selena, I got some good rest yesterday as well. Or we attach to the negative. Yes, immediately. Somebody, Selena, I know you don't show your face online, but I know when you see something, it might not come at you in a way to say it's negative, negative, but it could be something, and then your spirit and thought and interpretation and perspective might not sit well with the comment, and that can throw you off a bit, because one, even if it's not a rude comment, but then your perspective and that person's perspective are not in line. So also, you don't have to, everything don't have to be said rude, but sometimes it's about the perspective not in line. you know. Like you would say, like I would say in Jamaica, yeah man, wagwan. You might not know what yeah man wagwan is. So then you start to wonder. No, your mind is shift from what you were trying to say. Now it's geared towards what this person said or what Resilient Queen said. I will show my face like God called evil and demonic by another channel the other day. So whatever. Yes. And then you have to rebuke them with the devil. Hear me, but with the devil. You gotta rebuke those negative thoughts that are coming at you with the blood of Jesus. We have to rebuke them because a lot of things that you see we are gravitating to now, everything not gonna be for us. But standing up for what we believe in is right and everything is gonna help. It's like I say, rebuke thee in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Yes, we gotta rebuke the devil. Rebuke him in style. We don't have to argue just like that. We gotta rebuke him. You cannot. And they are very much floating. They are floating. But it's for us to know what we can tolerate and what we cannot tolerate so that we can dial out or buy out. God said, love, and so I will love. Yes. You know what I always say? I don't hate no one. I might not like what you said. I might not like your attitude, but I will never hate no one because by the end of the day, I can't make nobody. What they call it, flesh. I cannot make nobody. I don't know if I could, then maybe I would, but I cannot. And until then, I will not hate nobody. I might not like what they say. I might not like their attitude, but by the end of the day, it's just a phase. And as I said, the negative things we're zoomed in to pull and take with us. Oh, this person negative. This person is toxic. We quick to collect these things. They're like goodies, and they're not goodies because they're not healthy for you. They're goodies, but are they healthy for you? Are they healthy to consume? You know what I mean? We as soon as you see negativity, it's I don't know. Our mind is wired in a way that I can't even understand. Because even yesterday I was here and I didn't even go live yesterday in the morning. Yesterday in the morning because not yes yesterday in the morning, which is when was the 19th, not Wednesday, yeah. And some I was dealing with this agent and they're supposed to call me between 12:30. They sent me the letter from the other day, between 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Guys, I sat right here yesterday between those hours. Don't move. I didn't feel well much. And I lay down, get up back, lay down, get up back, have my hand on my phone call. I set my phone to vibrate as well. That means if I don't hear it ring, it's vibrating. And it's on the table, so I will hear it. Yes, I put on vibrate and ring. And guys, did you know nobody called me? So when 2:30 almost over, I said, let me call the agent. So when I called yesterday, I've been on the phone for 1 hour and almost 30 minutes. It was 1 hour and I think 22 minutes. I hung the phone up. Nobody answered. So I got up early this morning and I called back. And I left a message. I thought they would call me back because they asked if you want to leave the message or so they can call it back or whatever. They called me back today at around 11 something, 12 something. And I had to give them some documents or whatever for them to look up what I'm talking about. Look me up in the system or everything. And after that the lady said, oh, we saw you here, but he said it's a no-show. I said, what? I said, that's a lie. I know they got that on record because they record things as a government agent. And I said, you know what? It is so easy to write the lie down than write the truth down. Very easy. It is very easy to write a lie down than to write the truth down. That's exactly what I said today. I don't know why that come to my mind, but thanks be to God. Because some things need to be said. Because a lot of times you will be out here and you're trying to do the best thing. and nobody do their job, and plus they gotta report these things. Truth comes easily to some and lie comes easily to other. Yes, vice versa. I like that, vice versa. And I'm telling you, I'm saying, I had to say to him, I said, listen, I said, nobody called me. I said, by the way, you just called me right now and I answered the phone and it's the same number you were going to call from. So why wouldn't I answer the phone yesterday? And I said, by the way, in my call log, because I don't know if some of these people forgot that you have a call log. So if you miss the call, it would be in your call log. I set my phone to block all private number. But if there's a private number that call my phone, I set it where I could still go and look at the number. So any unknown number that would call my phone, I won't see it, but it will come into a message or so to say, okay, this person was calling what they call unknown number or something. You can do that with your phone. You're just gonna go in your phone settings and set it up. And I'm saying, wow. And, and that's why a lot of times you're trying to reach out to others, and when you say, oh, but you're not getting this or you're not getting that, and when you say these things, people will look at you and think you're lying. But they literally have it in the system. Oh, no call, no show. What do I do then? Buy out myself or die alone? I let them know. Because one of the things you have to learn in life, so many of us will believe the lies than how they will believe the truth. And a lot of people are living in lies. Up till today, they're living in lies. And when majority will question you about a lot of stuff, you gotta be careful. You have to be careful. Taking a stand doesn't mean you have to be rude to anybody. Addressing something doesn't mean you're toxic. It means that you're trying to get your peace of mind together and you want everybody to have a peaceful and happy place to be. Because sometimes, to be honest, people not looking to communicate or interact with you every day. They just want to just sit back, relax, and you're their therapy. They listen to you talk, they listen to others laughing, or if you do places where everybody communicate together, they just sit back, relax, and listen. And if you don't believe me, your statistics will tell you. Sometimes you look back when you go back to your statistics, the analytics, you see. Sometimes people just want to just relax. You might say, oh, this person not here, this person not there. Trust me. That person might not be there, but somebody's there. You're just gonna keep going. But don't be afraid. If you aspire to be an influencer, because when you grow older into the YouTube world, many people will look up to you. Because even now, as a young content creator, many of us are so talented, so gifted in so many ways, more than one. Yeah, we all gifted in so many things. Some of us have to learn it because you have some things that are learned and some things that are earned from birth. Yeah, but we have to also understand that there's a level to everything and there's a stand to everything. Even going on somebody talk show, they had the rules, right? Going anywhere, you're gonna have rules. Some places they're gonna tell you have to wear like a makeup to get the so your face don't look glossy with the camera and all these things. You don't require you to wear no excessive makeup unless you want to, but then you have to dap like a powder or something on your face to kind of keep the glossiness down because it affect the length of the camera in how it picture you. So all that shine on your face or something when they're looking at you, look like, oh, what is that? But we have to. Yes, Celine, I appreciate you so much, you know what I mean? So address these things. Like, we don't mean to be rude to anyone. You know what I mean? We don't have to be rude. We don't have to. But running from our fears every day and serving two masters when we're not living in our truth is gonna be tough. The right people will come. We have people for seasoning. We have different kind of season. Like me, live in Michigan, we have different kind of weather, baby. So some people may be around for that weather. They might not be around for this weather. You have different kind of weather. And even when you're living in the hot places too, people come around same where they like seasoning, because where they're coming from, the different kind of weathers. So we have to learn to embrace and address wherever we are. Selena said, we do not have to be rude, but we must be assertive in protecting our boundaries. That is it. We have to, be aware. And being aware doesn't mean we're going to drain ourselves in mental health stress. I'm telling you, people, look at how many celebrities have closed their account and reopened it now. They literally had to take a break because they said people were coming at them from left, right, and center. Selena said, we each have our own journey, and I am not here to judge anyone for who they live. They live as long as they are positive. Yes. And also through the negative, you can find the positive through it, because it's like, as I said, I said, I think a few weeks ago, I said somebody had commented on my channel and they were saying, I don't need to be rude, but that was bad. The word bad, because we look at it in a negative way, we might assume that what the person was alluding to was, oh, it's so bad, it's so this. But because the person said, I don't need to be rude, would you delete that comment? No. Live, love, life with Nydia. Greetings. How are you? Greetings. Would you delete that comment? No, I don't think that's not a way to delete comment. Miscommunication happens a lot. Yes, because sometimes the typographical error. Sometimes I try to use the voice thing. Hello to the chat. Yes, Nydia saying hello to everyone. I don't know if everybody's here, Nydia, but to all the private watchers out there. And so greetings from Nydia. Greetings from everyone here. You know. But I'm also saying that we gotta look at these things, address the things. It's like they say, address the elephant in the room. You don't have to point no finger at no one. You just address it publicly, especially if you're trying to build a brand, elevate it. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm not doing that," or stuff. But you will know. Go do research and see how many celebrities had to back off the internet for a while, whether TikTok, YouTube, whatever, it's Instagram or whatever, because of all the rude things. But now we're having a place now where we see a lot of people now are bold to talk about mental health, or so now we can talk about these things. If something is not going right with you and you think what somebody's saying is triggering something in you, or so, you can dial out. Buy yourself out for the day. Call yourself, you know what, this is my night. It's over. You don't have to comment that or anything. You just go peacefully. Just dial out. Take a break and relax. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, you're gonna go on platform, and yes, you want to support everybody. And like I like to say to people, if you gotta work, you gotta sleep or anything, go get your rest. There's 365 days in the year. Don't stress to say that, oh, I gotta support Resilient Queen because she support me. No, we have shorts, we have videos. Now I was able to put a podcast in. So, you have many different ways to support, guys. So don't stress yourself out. Dial out sometime if you can't make it to the live to stay and support the way you would want to. So dial out, but there's other things out there. I don't want nobody to be stressed out. Selena said, I have to go take your Resilient Queen. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Selena, and God bless you. And thank you for stopping by. Bless you and your boys. Yes, thank you. They gone to bed as well. So thank you so much. Thank you. And I know you're tired because after all that, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you have a blessed night, Selena. And to everybody that gotta leave, your rest is important. You know what I mean? A lot of these things you can come back and you can watch again. Your rest is important. Sometimes you gotta dial out. How are you being, Queen? Nydia, I am doing much better than before. Thank you for asking. How are you and your girls? The boys and I, we are doing much better. We get some, my neighbor today, we get some honey yesterday, because it's the another day now. We get some honey yesterday and stuff to help ease some stuff. So that was very nice of my elderly neighbor there. So big shout out to her. And my elderly church brother brought us some food and everything. So that was nice. So thank you for asking, Lydia. I hope everything is good with you and your family as well, because I know you have some little ones there too. Well, I don't know if it's a whole lot, but you know. But when your mental health is being at stake, even right now, if you see somebody just constantly being rude, the quickest way to not fall into their trap is to address it and just close out. You know, you're not a coward, you're not a fool, but you all as human being, we are hanging in their tanks. Yes, Lydia, that's good, blessings. You know, as human being, we are wired, and we're wired in a way that the positiveness, we will say good, amen, praise the Lord, yes Lord, thank you, you know, appreciate, love, respect, and these things. But the negativity, we're not saying that. Our mouth is gonna be www that we're gonna put them on a website quick and fast. But we also gotta remember that while we want to put people on www that, it's also affecting us www that in a negative way. So if we don't try to address these things, it's gonna keep coming at you. And then you're gonna always keep finding yourself say, why do I have to question myself? Why do people don't love me? Why do people don't appreciate me? It's not about bullying. Because sometimes the people who are attacking you, sometimes they've been bullied, they've been harassed, they've been this, they've been that. So it's not really about bullying. It's just for us to find ourselves and let these people know what your channel is about. What's the vision for your channel? What's the mission? It's like when you go to a job and you need to be hired, ask these questions. So what's the purpose of this job? Yes, it sounds good. $25 an hour, $35 an hour, $40 an hour, $15. Yeah, all that sound good because that's just the money part of it. But what does that comes with? What kind of headache? They ain't gonna tell you the headache, but they're gonna tell you, oh well, you know, our mission is to do this, and our mission is to try to widen our horizon, and da da da, blah blah blah, blank blank blank. And then when you get in, you realize you become a part of the horizon that is not horizon. Because now you're stressed out because you start to complain. I didn't sign up for this, mama. I can't take this job no more, mama. I gotta go, mama. I'm telling my husband, oh Lord, I can't take it. Then husband, if your husband crazy like you, is that you want to go down there and cuss them out. You know what I mean? So yes, Lydia said, right. I pray to the Most High. I am not a bully to anyone, or if anyone felt that way about me. You know what I mean? So yes, I don't know where that bully thing come from, but I had to, you know, let my mouth fill with praise. So because sometimes it's not about bullying. It's just that people deal with so much, and that's why it's very important you dial out to take a break. You buy out yourself sometimes, because sometimes even if you're on any channel, even if you're on my channel right now, and I'm saying something and you realize it's triggering something, because to be honest, sometimes people are not talking about anyone, but you've been through something that is similar and it's relatable, it can affect you. I have been reported for hate speech when I never done so. Wow, that's unfortunate. That's a very much unfortunate situation. One thing about me, I am a forgiving person, but will never forget. Especially if a person is trying to cancel my channel with lies. Wow. And and a lot of a lot of those things are going around, and that's why I'm telling you now, buy out or dial out, because you have to address the things that are affecting you, and it can also impact not just you, not just your character, but also your livelihood, especially if you're trying to make this platform for you to elevate and do stuff and to be more with your family. You have to address these things. You go on your platform, you don't have to be rude or throwing no darts at anyone, but you let people know. You know, if you have these people who are trying to harm you wrongfully, reach out to them. Because one of the things I don't understand is when somebody trying to hurt people, why do they have to go to the point where they take away everything from you? They don't just take away the things that you had just said to say, hey, Brazil Queen, I didn't like what you said. They go to the point where they will report your channel. They go to the point where they will fabricate stories about it. That's questioning your character. And then that taking away from your livelihood. And that's another thing too. We gotta learn to have backup channels. Because if you don't, if one go down, you're not out the race, baby. I'm gonna bring this person up here. But Nidia, I'm sorry you had to go through that. But I hope whosoever did that will find it in their heart to change what they have. You can't undo what you have done, but going forward, they can make peace reign. We already dealing with so much around the world, and the last thing we want is for each other to be canceling each other's channel. That's not nice. That's not beautiful. That's unethical practice, and it's a pretty way YouTube is so designed. It's not like you can pick up a phone and call them right now and say, "Hey, that's not true." It's hard to prove yourself. So you know what, to family, we gonna have to start. Have Give me a second there. They emailed me at that and they stated they reported me. I kept the email, never responded back, but have it to dispute it if I have to with YouTube. You might need to, because this is earlier before you came in here, I was saying that one of the things we have to understand is that when we let things go, it will keep happening. We have to address these things like this that will question your channel, where somebody trying to cancel your channel, that you have to address, because that's going to be a part of your livelihood. The stuff you share, the messages that you want to resonate with your people, now they won't be able to see, because sometimes when you have to change your channel, sometimes you lose the good people that were there for you, because now they start to question your character. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you are understanding what I'm saying. So you want to address these things. You know what I mean? You don't have to be rude to these people, but if they email you, oh good, now you can reach out to these people and let them know that, I didn't mean no harm. And if I said something and you think it was harmful or something, we need to come to common grounds, because it's not fair. And the last thing I would encourage everybody to do, stop being so judgmental. Everybody ain't gonna be your keckle of fish. Everybody ain't gonna subscribe to you. Everybody ain't gonna support you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. But guess what, people? Doesn't mean you can't watch them. Doesn't mean you can't support them. But take away their livelihood. It's no, 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 no. And you say, I know one thing, you reap what you sow. Always reap what you sow. I would never do that to someone's channel. If I am not happy, I will just unsubscribe and leave it at that time. Right? If you're not happy, use the word now. Buy out or dial out. But for somebody to go to the point where you take somebody's channel out, come on. You know how many of us out here are struggling, people? Even some of these people that you see out here, and no matter how we talk, no matter how we walk, no matter what we show you, and all these things, do you know how many of us are literally struggling? So come on, family and friends, do better in this community, do better in this world. This is a platform that give us the opportunity to, yes, you don't have a 9 to 5, but this can also become your 9 to 5, where if you want it to be a 9 to 5. So I'm saying, whether you want to work 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, well, please, when somebody and you have an altercation, don't think about their channel. That's just like jealousy to me. If you have to go to the point where you want to cancel somebody's channel, no, that become not about the person no more. That's clearly of jealousy. That's jealousy right there. If Nidia, I might have an issue with you, for example, why would I want to go and cancel your channel? What reason? Now I have a problem with the channel when it was just you. Come on now. It's like somebody have a problem with you and they call all your family member in there. Now we have a bigger problem. Come on, people, do better than that. We want to strengthen communities. We want to uplift community. Don't do that to your brothers and sisters. I don't care what walk of life they're from. You could talk trash about them all day long. That's easy. But don't go to the point where you start to get people, demonetized if they monetize. Or you're trying to get people channel, down degraded. Or so that's degrading their character too. It's like credit card. You run your credit up, and then when you can't get it back, you want money to borrow. Again, it's gonna hard for lenders to really lend you money because you mess your credit up so bad. You have a bad credit report, bad history. They won't lend you nothing. You might find one or two people still want to slide under the rug and give you something, but not the people that you really want. You know what I mean? So just think of the things that we're doing to chastise others. Also remember that you have an implication on us. Okay. Lydia said, I would never report anyone just because they're not happy with a person based off a decision they made for themselves. When you are taking away from my children's mouth, it's a problem. Yes, man. Come on, family. Do better than that. And I will encourage everybody if you have a problem with anyone, just dial out for the day. Dial out for a whole month. Take all the break. Buy out yourself for a while. Do like Donald Trump. Buy out everybody. Yeah? Ask them to buy themselves out so they could live peacefully. The good thing with Donald Trump, they get a little money. They might get some money if they decide to take it, but if they don't, then they're gonna get nothing. They just dial out, even though they're calling them back. But you know, that's it. That's it. That's one good thing. They're calling back most of them, maybe not all of them, because you know. So think about when you're taking from others, guys. If you don't like somebody, what they're doing, that's fine. You know, trust start them all you want, because this world we're in, you ain't gonna just have positive people out here. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the critics and everything. That's fine. That's quite understandable. But go to the point where you take their livelihood or you threaten their livelihood, that's a problem, family. Come on. Love is not to go to the point where jealousy is involved, to the point where you're tearing down somebody's channel. That's jealousy. What are you trying to achieve? How is it gonna benefit you? You know, it's like you sit there and say, Yay! I just get everybody. Now this one not getting no more love. It's only for a matter of time because you didn't get it peacefully. You didn't get it with no love. Lydia said, everyone is trying to build their channel to create a legacy to leave behind. Yes. But I will encourage anyone. I don't care how toxic somebody is or is or whatever. I don't care what beef you and somebody have. Last thing you do, leave their channel alone. It's like, you know, how some people, even in real life, have discrepancy with you and they go on and vandalize, they tear people's stuff. That's jealousy right there. You know, it's like I was watching the court with Rocky and his friend, and how that man take Rocky to court. And when I was listening, guys, I spent a whole day reading up on what led up to him being in court. And even though they said he had a weapon and they said he was a prop and all these things, but I'm just looking at the whole point. They said childhood friend. That struck a nerve, right? Your childhood friend and you in hot water, and you're telling me that childhood friend couldn't squash nothing. He have to build a negative profile. Little did he know his own self was gonna be in it. And that's why, you know, anybody from Jamaica will know this. I don't know if anybody else from other places know this. They said when you dig in a hole, make sure you dig two because you might end up falling it. Because a lot of time it's like, look at me. I'm pointing a finger, right? You see one pointing back at me? This one is pointing directly at me. So we have to be careful how we do things. You know, I've been through so much situation here, and I heard a lot of people said to me that, you know what? You should have report them. You could report them for discrimination. You could report, and I say, you know what? I'll leave them in the hands of God. I literally said I left them in the hands of God. Did I have evidence to prove that they were discriminating against me? Yes. But guess what? I left them to the hands of God. I've seen people chastise me down to the ground, and I've seen their business go right down to the ground. Because of what? When you don't grateful for the people around you, it will be a problem. And when you're elevating and you see God is blessing you, it's your time. Don't look at somebody else and say, but how he used to bless this one and he ain't blessing him or her no more. Don't worry, it's your time. Mass embrace and be glad for your glory. Because he give everybody a turn. Now we say, you know what, let me shift some over here. Let me move some over here. Let me go here. Let me go there. Remember, I create east, west, north, and south. So sometimes when you see things decrease, it's not decreasing because they want to. but he have shift his focus somewhere else so somebody else can grow, somebody else can blossom. And then when he shift and go there, some people might find the secret quicker than some. It's natural. Then he gonna move on to somebody else. And as the songwriter said, I am next in line for my blessing. We all are next in line for our blessing. Sorry, but while you're in line for your blessing, do not sit and let the negative weigh you down. Buy it out or dial out. Address some of these things. And when I look at buyout, I'm saying, when somebody be rude and mean to you when you on or anything, sometimes you have to let them know, brother, sister, whatever you are. I don't want to block you. I don't want to delete your everything. I'm telling you, I'm giving you an offer now. Be like Donald Trump. I'm giving you an offer or Elon Musk. I'm gonna ask you guys to take the buyout. Take the buyout. Go take a break. Exit peacefully. Dial out now. Just relax. If you don't like this part of this segment, you dial out. You can always come back in. You know what I mean? So whatever you think your soul need to, you dial out. Because a lot of time, I understand as human beings, we all go through something, whether financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. Name the alleys, and somebody walking up those alleys. But who know better need to do better. And if we call ourselves mature adults, grown people, cut it out. You have a problem with someone, don't treat their channel as if the channel did you anything. The channel don't do you nothing. Just dial out for the day. Buy yourself out for a month. Like Donald Trump give those people when he give them the buyout, he give them 3 months buyout. 3 months buyout. Take the buyout. I ain't gonna visit Resilient Queen. I'm gonna chillax. I'm going somewhere else. Go spread your wings. Spread your wings like a dove, a bird. Somewhere, go somewhere else. You will find the love somewhere else that you're looking for right there at that moment. Until you can come back around and everything and be respected. You know what I mean? Because when you travel, anybody who travel around the world, I'm telling you, they don't look at things at how someone who does in our box look at things. Their perspective on life is way different because they have seen the good, the bad, and the indifference. But somebody who don't see the good, the bad, and the indifference in just one area, it's hard for them. So therefore, they make fuss. Widen your horizon and see how others live. You have so many other YouTubers out there that they go and they show you the deepest part of some places. You would say, wow. You would be shocked to see some of the things that people, we would say, ew, that they are eating. You know what I mean? So please, people, don't do that. Nidhi, I'm just sorry you had to go through that, but I hope one day these people can come and go and apologize to you for what they had done, and hopefully you can get that. Because one thing I learned in life, people, if I got a channel, like, well, not if I got a channel, I got a channel, and if I'm supporting you, I subscribe, I like, I comment, and do everything, and you don't want to do that back to me, that's fine. You're still coming, you're still saying, hey girl, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. That's still support. You're just not gonna be a fan of to subscribe, but you will support. Nothing wrong with that. People can still support you whether they subscribe or not. Your analytics tell you. When you go in your analytics, they tell you how many people who have not yet subscribed to you are watching you. And they also tell you the people who are watching you, thank you, I pray about it, it's all forgiven. Yes. You know what I mean? Because for peace to be reigning, when we say we want peace, we have to forgive. Peace don't come with you holding somebody in your heart. You can't get peace and want when you're holding somebody in your heart. You're holding a grudge. You're holding envy. You're holding jealousy and all these things. So people, dial out of those negative things. Let's all learn to dial out of those things. Let's all learn to buy out ourselves sometime. Because it's not nice when people have to go to their bed and say, what have I done to somebody? Why would they take my livelihood away from me? So many people right now, even though you might not see them here, but they're in real life crying out. Somebody at their work trying to get them fired. Somebody at church trying to get them demoted. Somebody somewhere out there just trying to Just and sometimes it's all about because they're getting the love and they're not getting it right there. Wait your turn. Once you wait your turn, you will see your blessing. It's around the corner, but because you couldn't wait, what happened? Just like Aesop Rocky case there and that young man. He was trying to probably get all the money he could get out of Aesop Rocky till the point where he sent a message to some friend and they showed say he was trying to get 30 how much $1 million. Boy would have been a rich boy right now. Rich jealousy. I would have called that rich jealousy. It's tough. Selena the Celestial said, I want to say sorry to Nydia. I wish her only peace, and if we are really walking with God, we have to forgive. I forgive you. I won't subscribe to you, but I wish you peace. Yes, we have to, you know. That's beautiful, Selena. That's beautiful. Yes, man, we have to, But anybody have any discrepancy with anyone, reach out to the channels that you have the discrepancy with. They each other know who they are. Reach out to these people and please apologize to them. Whether you have their email or not, reach out to them and you apologize to them on their channel so they can understand that this is coming from a sincere place, of only nothing but love, strength, and everything. Because, we all growing, we all thriving, we all elevating, we all going, and we all make mistakes. Nothing wrong with that. We all dive into something, we all bump our head, we all knock somewhere. You know what I mean? But it's beautiful. But make sure you reach out to the platform that you guys are having these discrepancies. Mind you, I don't know who's having discrepancy, but I'm letting you know. Reach out to this platform as a grown up, as an adult. Reach out to these people and let them know. And when they let you know, you reach back out to them to let them know you see them and you hear them and you understand and you appreciate. Because one of the things when we're trying to build communities, it don't build when we have something in our heart. It's like you have guests and you're trying to eat. You can never eat, get some hot tea, you drink, and you start burnt down the place. Thank you. All are forgiven. Selena said, I am a single mom. I have my own struggles. Peace be with you. Yes. Yes, Selena. So Nydia saying Selena said peace with you and peace with everyone. You know what I mean? Just think about you have gas inside of you. Anybody ever have gas with your chest tight? Right here, pain, gas pain hitting you. Are you wondering why it's hitting you? And no matter you're not hungry. You're hungry, but you literally cannot eat nothing because of that gas pain. It is so hurtful. It is so painful. You can never eat nothing until you get a hot cup of tea, whether mint tea, and they say not milk, but mint tea, black tea, or some coffee, and then that's when you will feel better. So just remember, every time we try to hurt someone or do something, just try to say, if you have beef with somebody, beef out the person, but leave their livelihood alone. Leave their livelihood alone. And this is what the world gone to. We come in with everybody. We're not only attacking what is at stake, we're attacking everybody. Dial out, relax yourself, dial in, relax yourself. Lydia said, I know it's hard, Selena. Trust me, even with a two-parent household, I feel like I am a single mom because my husband works so much. Peace be with you and love. Yes, respect to everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings to everyone. You see, that's all we need is unity. And remember, family, sometimes we're saying things and you could be going through trauma in your life and it can be affecting you. Something someone say, like I'm here and I'm talking, something I said, maybe, mind you, I don't know what you're going through, could be affecting you. Dial out, buy out. We're not being rude, we're just saying because your mental health is important, your well-being is important. Yes, we all want the love, we want all this and all that, but think about your well-being. It's like even if you're in a 9 to 5 job and something is being said and it's gonna tear you apart in terms of you mentally, and you're gonna have your little ones to go home to, you got your loved ones to go home to, just buy out for the day. Ask the boss, can I just log out and go home? If they have enough people, they will tell you yes. Or you say, can I take 15-minute break? They can give you that. You know what I mean? It's important. Taking a stand is to stand up for what is right. Taking a stand doesn't mean you take it only when things is wrong, because the things that are wrong is going to right the right. That's how correction are made. You see how the White House buy out these people and they calling back some of these people. Same thing is going to happen in life. People going to buy you, and that's why it's very good to be peaceful when you're walking out of something. Because when you go away negatively, there is no coming back from that. But I want any mothers that is out here in these platforms, single mothers, any household, even if you're not even a single mother and you have a YouTube platform and you're creating this, just remember YouTube is gonna be like a 9 to 5. Where you're gonna go into work and you cannot stand some of the people you work around. It's true. You understand? So it's the same way. The only difference is nobody is around you. You're by yourself talking, but people are here, to be right with you, or so some not gonna be with you. You understand? But just remember, YouTube is gonna be that 9 to 5 job that sometimes you cannot tolerate some of these people. Do you understand? Sometimes they work off of them like Resilient Queen talking, you're like, she talking nonsense. I can stand her. Dial out. I've gone to McDonald's and see people. Yes, Selena. I've gone to McDonald's and literally see people in around the corner. I remember one day this young girl, she was pregnant. Oh Lord. She was pregnant and I went to McDonald's, and one of the I don't know, they had some discrepancy before. But anybody do McDonald's know how McDonald's set up. You can see around the back. And there's this supervisor that came in. She was a lady, older lady, and she came in, and first thing she said to the young girl, "What are you doing here? Punch her, go home now." And this girl is pregnant. And I was furious. It's like anybody watches him this thing say, "What would you do?" I was looking at that lady. I was so mad. I don't care what that young lady did. There's no way you should have embarrassed that young lady. And I said, "Young lady, you okay?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "God is with you, baby love." It's tough. And Lydia said, "I enjoy listening to you. You dropping some wisdom." Yes, that young lady, I felt so bad for her. Because she was pregnant, man. When you're pregnant, you go through so much. A lot of people don't know when you're pregnant, you got so much adrenaline and so much hormones and so much moody hormones. Even your partner go on the track and run away. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You know. You live it, you know. It's like when you say period, you know that period time, female, you know. Some people are about to run away. Where is the track? Let me go be like Usain Bolt and Asaf and Justin Gatlin. Where is the track? I need to run 100 meter real quick. I need to get these people out my head. Ooh, I'm got it. So listen, people. I'm telling you, please. Whatever problem you have with anyone in this world, I'm not going to say any longer. Don't take it to their channel. Don't go to the point where you harm their channel. Please talk to these persons. You can throw all your darts you want. Summer coming, we're gonna have darts all over the place and everything. But please, don't leave their channel out. Leave their family. Please. Let's bring back unity where we just rock. People used to just do things out just that. Nydia say, Selena said, "Me too, Nydia. She's very wise, our resilient queen. Nydia, yes, she is. You know what I mean? So we are going through something, God. Please. Sometimes you see us on camera, you don't even know what we're going through. It's like we shove the mess to the side. Please. So I want to leave you guys with a message. When your mental health is at stake, when somebody's saying something, because you can be triggered. We might not know what your triggers are, but we might say something and it trigger you. Please, I implore you, I encourage you, dial out. Buy out for that time. If you need to take a week break, a month break, or anything, I am visiting Resilient. I am visiting Nydia. I am visiting Selena. That's fine. It's natural. Our body will shut down sometime, and it will tell us, and it ain't afraid to shut down. It don't even give you no warning. So buy out ourselves or dial out. Dial out is like a short term thing. Buy out to me is like, when you have to block some people, it's like you block them for good. They take the good buyout, buy them out. But that, what I mean? So take care of our mental health, take care of us, take care of our well being. We have something with somebody, don't go to their channel, don't attack their channel, please. Nobody, that's the last thing, man. That's when you send people up in a zone, and then some of these people, when they go into that place, they were already there, and they just waiting for that trigger, and then they bloop, they right in that dunch. They take a dip and they might not recover. And some people, when they're going in that phase, they take others with them because nobody wanted to just leave that part out. Everybody wanted to attack not just them, but what they do. So we have to learn to buy out or dial. Be like Donald Trump. Buy out some of the people. Them. Take a break. Relax. When we see you again, hey girl, hey man, how are you guys? How is everybody? Greetings, welcome. It's like you brand new, as the song say, I'm an old creation, I'm a brand new man. All things are passed away, become all things become new. Let's be. Sorry. In God we will put our trust, family. So I'm not gonna stay long. Nydia, Selena, everybody that was here. I'm not gonna stay long with you guys. I'm still going through most of the channels. I get some out the way. But I want you guys to understand, whatever bother you, don't attack nobody channel, please. Leave that out the way. Leave it out. And the people who like to go on people channel, I have this to say to you: stop being so rude. Listen in the background if you don't have anything nice to say. Just listen in the background. You know what I mean? Don't be rude. Don't be rude to anyone, no matter how much you might think that you don't like them or anything. That's fine, but don't be rude, people. Do not be rude. Because not everybody were wired. Me, I'll probably laugh after you and say, what? Or something. Somebody else may not. And that's what we got to understand. One size does not fit all family. So please don't be rude to our brothers and sisters. We all out here, whether you're in our 9 to 5 or any, everybody out here. And for everybody, just live, man. This world is already corrupt. Just live, you know. Just live, family. Even with me and my kids, them are butted all the time. And nowadays, I'm having a better relationship with them because it's a constant prayer warrior world I'm in. I have to constantly be praying. I'm writing on everybody. I have to be constantly praying for God to direct me in how I treat my children, in how I take care of them, in the things I do to help them and encourage them. Now my son is reading. That's a huge milestone. Because sometimes when you look at other people and they say, "But my child is reading at this level, blah blah blah," that's your child. That's not mine. You know what I mean? So we have to understand we can't put ourselves in a box because others are doing it, we're not. You know what I mean? So yes. So big shout out to Selena, Nydia. Big shout out to Selena the Celestial. Big shout out to Lyrics by Nydia. Big shout out to Christopher Flash. Big shout out to Mega. And big shout out to Leia, the queen. I call her Sweetie because her name used to be Sweetie before. So guys, you guys go have a wonderful night. I'm gonna probably make me a cup of tea before I go to bed. Then I have 5 documents I have to sign before 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and everything because I have a meeting at 9. So I hope you feel better soon. Get some rest. Yes. Lydia said, I am watching Chris on my phone and you Queen at my tablet. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So I will go hop on over to Chris, put him in the background, go get me some things and chat with him a little bit here and stuff. So guys, to God be the glory, great things he has done. Cut the crap out, guys. Dial out if you need to take care of your well-being, and buy out if you have to. You know what I mean? Buy out. Take a break. All right. Until then, we say peace be with you, Selena. Sorry, and I feel so much better. happy we are able to talk again. But remember, guys, please go, if you have any discrepancy with anyone, to resolve these issues is to go on their channel directly. Reach out to them if you have their email. You know yourself, you know what it is. I don't know. I'm just gonna let you guys know this is the right way to do it. Reach out to each other professionally and let your sincere apology be sincere. All right. So I want to let everyone know. So peace be with everyone and blessings to everyone. Big shout out to all the mothers that are out there hustling on the job, whether you live with a man or you don't live with nobody. You have your children with you. Big shout out to everyone. All right. So, and I know a lot of changes is coming. I'm listening to the TV because of what happened in Michigan. So when that come about, I will let you guys know what is happening. Okay, in terms of young children and stuff. But until then, people, take care of our mental health. Take care of our. Once we take care of our mental health, we'll take care of everything. We're buying out and we're dialing out. So until then, have a blessed night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Chris is on. Let me go watch Chris.